Drive it like we stole it when you hang up the phone. Friday's finally here, it's time to get good and gone, yeah. We're gonna get good and gone.
So a little further into Tennessee today.
We are.
To Cove Lake State Park.
Put the pedal to the metal, just to hear that engine moan. Sunday night we'll be rolling on home, so let's get good and gone.
So I was wondering why he didn't get one on the lake. And guess what?
He did.
He did.
We're going to pull in those first this time.
Yeah.
Maximize the living space. All right.
There's a Maggie view.
All right. Don't feed the alligators.
Tell you I'm gone. Just get good and gone. Get good and gone.
So yeah, we're finished. This is a beautiful view, and I'll show it to you in just a moment. Electricity's over here. Water and 30 amp is included in about $22 per night here to stay in this state park. It's a little bit more if you're not over 62, but I guess luckily or unluckily we both are, so it works out okay. It's an absolutely beautiful little spot, and you know, totally different from the place we just came from in Pigeon Forge. Chairs are set up, solo stoves out. We have our picnic table. Blackstone's right here ready for us to griddle up some pizza in just a little bit, and I think now we're just going to sit back and relax for a while. Thanks for being with us. By the way, I'm Owen. Lynn's in the van right now turning the seats around. You're Lynn, hey! Maggie is over here looking for something by the water. We're van trekking lifestyle. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. We appreciate you watching. Maggie, how did you find a place to get you some lake water? You did, didn't you? You little stinker. You need to watch out for stuff, okay? All right. Here's the lake. And I'll back up and show you our site. Isn't that great? Is that not just totally opposite from the last site that we had? Perfect. Just absolutely perfect.
Get good and gone. Oh yeah, we're gone. Just get good and gone. Tell you I'm gone. Just get good and gone. Get good and gone.
As a person as you are on
she
TV.
is.
Yeah, look at that. Maggie, this is Sully, and her name is
Bonnie Sue.
Bonnie Sue. Hi, Bonnie.
It is so good to finally meet
It's good to
guys.
meet you guys too. This is awesome. So you're just here walking, right? You're not?
Yeah, we're just here walking.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Sully, you're 16 weeks old. Is that right?
Yeah, around that, yeah.
You're a precious little buddy. You are.
He's
You
a
are
lab mix,
puppy
and we
puppy
think he might
bred.
be a good fisherwoman.
She is the best. She's a happy girl. Well, that was nice. We just finished meeting Mark and Judy Allen and their two pups, and we're just sitting here enjoying the fire, and all of a sudden we heard them talking to Maggie and yelling for us, and we love meeting folks
We
like
do,
that, don't
we
we?
really do.
It happens more frequently now than it ever has, but there are times we'll just go on a dry stretch where we'll go on an entire trip and not meet anybody, and then one or two a day. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but this is their hometown here where we are right now, and they're very, very lucky. This is beautiful.
You have like me lined up.
I think so. So tonight for Griddle Me This, we're gonna do flatbread barbecue chicken pizza. So there are a lot of meals that I will cook and do everything, but most of the time this is a team effort. Lynn's inside while I'm doing the chicken. She is cutting up the veggies. And salt and pepper on here. Flip them over. Never had barbecue chicken pizza? You need to try it. Cut up the chicken into bite-sized pieces. Take this chicken off. Okay, first thing that goes on, instead of marinara sauce or pizza sauce, we're going to put a little bit of the barbecue sauce on the bread. Okay, how did we do? Bottom looks good.
Let's see your bottom.
That's a personal thing to show on the video.
It's not too bad.
Can't turn it over much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get us a bite here.
It's gonna be hot.
Man. Can you hear how crunchy the crust is? Barbecue sauce is awesome. The mozzarella cheese is just perfect, but those red peppers and onions, that's the boss right there. It says on the bottle the sauce is the boss, that's the boss. Thanks again for caring so much about Lynn and Maggie and I, for watching us cook another meal over the Blackstone griddle. If you've done the same thing, I'm gonna do a little happy dance. But if you've done a happy dance, bring your happy dance over to Facebook, share it with us so we can share it with everyone else. We love cooking over the Blackstone, and we love you guys being part of that.
Oh.
I know. Try to get y'all. Man, the best. I mean, just the best, isn't it? Tell you what, that is some really good pizza right there, and it's perfect.
We both really liked the flatbread on the pizza. It was really, really good. I did get that in the deli section, close to the deli meats, right outside of the deli meats. So definitely pick that up next time if you're going to make a pizza on the griddle.
So as with everything you cook, there's always things that you're going to learn. And with this, I think there's 3 tips that I would share with you. First, when you are cooking the chicken, just go ahead and cook it, but don't make it too moist with too much barbecue sauce. Cut the chicken up while it's on the griddle, toss it around to make sure it gets in all the barbecue sauce. And then next, the second tip is turn the griddle off when you're actually preparing the pizza, because unless you work at a pizza shop, it's going to take you a few minutes to get it just right and looking the way you want it to look with everything right in the right place. And especially if your wife's out there telling you, I need a little more pepper in this bite. So then third, turn the griddle on, but turn it down really low when you put it under the dome. That way you won't burn the bottom of it, but you can still warm up all the other ingredients and get it just right. Then get it off of there as soon as you start cutting it, and it's time to eat. And I'm telling you, we've eaten a lot of things riding around in that van behind us. I'm pretty sure that's one of the best that we've ever eaten. And it's, we had steak when we started this journey. That was better than the steak. That was just to die for. There you go, those are the tips. Let us know if you find something that you do that helps it to work better for you too. Well, enough rambling. We appreciate you being with us. We're going to stoke up the fire and sit around the fire tonight and just enjoy peace and quiet in Tennessee.
Got a toucan.
You do. I feel like a coot. You warm, Mama. It feels good. You're so sweet. If you remember back to the first episode of this trip, we started that first morning by making cinnamon buns, and man, they were good. This is the last morning of our trip, and you know what? We're gonna make cinnamon buns again because they were just so good. Something weird did happen though. We had the coffee maker on and the air fryer on at the same time, and the inverter said, can't do that. So we had to turn the batteries off and turn them back on and go through that process. Yum, yum, yum. If you've never used All Trails, it's a really, really good app that you can use. We have it here on my iPad, and we're sitting here trying to determine which trail do we want to hike on today. Now that one of the cinnamon buns is gone, boy, these things are good. The air fryer was an awesome addition to the van. So when you get to be a little older, things hurt. And we've noticed almost every time that we travel, one of us tweaks our back or does something that's not very comfortable. And we've learned the secret to that is to bring a vibrator. Not the kind of vibrator you're thinking about, but this kind of vibrator. I guess never mind. and it works really well. I bought it at Walmart for like $40, and you can put it on the small of your back, and the percussive massager is really what it's called, not a vibrator, and it will ease the tension. So starting yesterday, my lower back started hurting just a little bit, and last night I did this and got my trusty little vibrator out and worked out really well. And so today it's hurting again a little, but we've got hikes we need to do. So I'm in here like I'm getting ready to play a football game using my vibrator. But we're going to go on a hike no matter what, because there's just too many good hikes around here. Do any of you bring your vibrator with you when you go on a trip? So as we look around this campground, it makes me wonder, there's so many people who live close to here that have never camped here. We met a really nice couple yesterday that said they've never really brought their camper here, but they've gone to other places. We totally get that. When you get your camper out of your storage or out of your home and you pull out, a lot of times you want to go find things that are amazing and a long ways from home. But we would encourage you not to overlook the things that are just a few miles away from your home, because this is a treasure here. This is awesome, and this lake is part of the TVA dam system, and tell you what, it's a pretty good place to stop. Now, for those of us that are on the road and traveling, sometimes it's easy to overlook places like this too. You want to stay inside the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, or you want to find some campground that's on the side of a mountain cliff, or you want to go to Bryce, or you want to go to Zion. You know the drill. But if all you're really doing is you're out here just to enjoy nature and to enjoy being together and enjoying your experience in your RV or your van or your tent or however you're camping, don't forget to look at places like this, because trust me, I think you're going to like it. Especially if you come during a shoulder season like this. They're closing up most of the campsites, and it's really, really isolated here. We had 3 bars of LTE, which meant we could catch up on emails and on comments, and wow, some of the comments still continue to amaze us. We were able to put a post on Facebook to say thank you and to make Sully a little famous as he was licking Lynn last night. And if you haven't joined us on Facebook, we sure hope you'll join us there. Just search for Van Trekking Lifestyle and you'll find us there. Today is going to be a strange day. As I said earlier, somehow something tweaked my back and I'm a little sore. But we're still going to try to make the best of it, because this trip doesn't need to end with me rushing home. There's no smelling the barn here. We're going to enjoy this area. Tennessee is a great place to come. Try to find places like this, and I think you'll come back many, many times. We're going to hop in the van, and not sure where we're going to head, but we're going to find a hike somewhere. We're going to take you along with us. But if you're ever in the area, this Cove Lake State Park, yep, it's a jewel. Well, because we pulled in here nose first, it's a little hard to get out. But since we have 4-wheel drive and nobody's here, we're going to do it a different way. Watch this. Hey, y'all, watch this. Had to put it in 4-wheel drive to make that work, but it did work, so that was awesome. She's going to add to the goose poop. Maggie's going to drop a puppy pickle here in Tennessee like that. Who knew? So we did find a hike that we think will be pretty. It goes right along the lake. It's the Paved Loop Trail. This state park is actually really awesome. We're right beside a tennis courts. There's a restaurant, there's a pool, and there are all kind of trails. And so looks like a good place for us to go,
Yeah,
at least.
it's a good Maggie morning walk.
It is. All righty.
Paint your picture, a stroke at a time. Life is your canvas for you to define. Use all the colors you see in your mind. Paint your picture, a stroke at a time, a picture alive. Paint your picture alive. Picture alive. Paint your picture alive. And write your story, a word at a time. And each new chapter for you to define. Letter by letter.
We're out here on this hike and we're having a great time. It's a beautiful place. But then now all of a sudden we're happier.
We are. We sold our old house. Yay!
That's happy dance worthy there, isn't it, baby? You're going to do a happy dance.
Maggie don't know what we're doing over here.
But yeah, we sold our old house. So by the end of the year, we'll be down to having just our van and our new house.
So
And
2 homes.
Yeah, that's awesome, awesome, awesome.
We're so excited.
And good way to start today, and a good way to end this hike. Something you'd recommend people do here for sure?
For sure.
Yeah,
it's
easy.
beautiful.
You could do it in a wheelchair if you wanted to, if you needed to. And so we sometimes forget to mention that some of the hikes we go on there, not everybody's going to go, and some you need to be in somewhat good physical shape. And I've told you my back's hurting, so I'm pretty sure you know that this was an easy one for us to do. Lots of wildlife to see, and you probably won't get an acceptance offer on your house when you come to a hike like this. But if you do a happy dance, because that's what I'm doing.
Travel life's journey,
US 441 South.
one step at a time.
Hey, we're in Rocky Top.
Each destination
Turn left on US 441.
for you to
So before we leave the area, we wanted to go over to the Norris Dam, where we found out recently that this is the dam that Owen's grandfather built instead of the Fontana Dam. So,
Remember when we went to Congaree National Park in South Carolina, we mentioned that my childhood memories were fuzzy, and we'll put a link in the description of that video, and then maybe more importantly, the one where we went to the Fontana Dam that has the entire story of my grandfather helping to build that dam, the Fontana Dam. Turns out it was really the Norris Dam, and I was corrected by my aunt and my cousin. So we wanted to go at least look at this dam and show you a little bit of that, but more importantly, we're just going to go see it so I can know that I've seen the right one, because my grandfather's thumb is there. This is Norris Dam State Park. Looks like the Parkway almost, doesn't it?
It's pretty.
Make a U-turn.
Wow.
Don't let people sway your mind. Go create your words of life, the story of your life, the picture of your life. The story of your life. It's your life.
Well, it feels better to know that this is the exact spot that my grandfather was in the early 1900s during the Depression. He helped to build this dam. In fact, as he was inspecting one of those concrete blocks, one above him fell and trapped his thumb in there.
The story of your life.
So we have come full circle. We're back at the Subaru dealership to pick up our Subaru and head back home. We really do appreciate you joining us on our little winter adventure. Until next time, happy tales.
Maggie says that Dorothy had it right. There's no place like home. We haven't seen her this happy and this comfortable in a long, long time. She's really glad to be home. Just a note to self, don't use it as a vibrator. It don't work.